When I tell you in my 15 plus years of watching reality TV, I have never in my life seen no shit like I saw tonight while watching the Baddies Midwest trailer. I mean, they are putting the real in reality. I mean, some of this shit that we're seeing in this Baddies Midwest trailer is, in my opinion, too real, too raw, too much. It's just too damn much, okay? And you better believe it, we're going to talk about it. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new here or you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please click that subscribe button right below down this video. You can click my name and then it'll lead you to my page where you can subscribe. Also, click the thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into the algorithm so more people can find us. Leave your comments below. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you guys had to say about this explosive Baddies Midwest trailer because, baby, can we take a puff on that one? Whew, okay. Last but not least, if you would like to donate to the channel to help us grow and sustain, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate. I appreciate you guys so much for your support, your donations, liking the channel, commenting, subscribing, your views, everything, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Speaking of, next week, Baddies Midwest, when it premieres, my recap will be late, okay? So just want to put that out there, you guys. I will be out of town, and so it will not be up. I won't get home until Monday night, and it will not be up probably until like Wednesday. So just put that out there. But anyway, let's get into the trailer because the trailer dropped on the Zeus Networks app, and shocked is an understatement. Shocked is an understatement because there are so many moments that we need to talk about that are happening this season. And I think it's safe to say that this is probably going to be the craziest season that they've had, all right? Just as far as anticipation goes, from what we're seeing. I mean, the trailer, while it's anticipating, I feel like Zeus every season they are trying to top themselves, and it's just getting bigger, badder, and worse. And like I've told y'all before, and I've said it, somebody is going to get hurt or somebody is going to end up, God forbid, losing their lives. Okay, we saw the end. Let's talk about it. We saw the end. Tommie brings a gun out on set. We saw that. We're going to talk about that. Okay. We saw, let's talk about how at the beginning the trailer opens with, despite the fact that they're going to all these cities, which we already fucking know, right? Which I feel like they should have did Baddies Midwest before they did Caribbean. It made no sense to skip. Well, you did South, you did East, you did West, and then you went to the Caribbean. We should just did Midwest, or I don't get why they didn't call it Baddies North, but whatever. So the trailer opens with Chrisean holding her baby and talking to Tessiki. And she said, and y'all know I love a good quote. You know we love a good quote around here, bitch. Quote, I remember, this is Chrisean talking to Tessiki. Let's get it right, okay? She says, I quote, I remember when I was 7, if you have children in the room, please get them out, okay? This is a trigger warning. PG-13, X-rated, no, not PG-13. Trigger warning, this is not for children. This is for adult ears. This is viewer discretion advised, bitch. Okay? God, I can't even get it out. Because it's just so disturbing. It's so fucking disturbing. And, like, I don't mean to laugh, but I think when I'm disturbed, sometimes I laugh when I'm uncomfortable. Okay. Chrisean tells her sister, Tzatziki, when the trailer opens, quote, I remember when I was 7, you made me eat your pussy. What the fuck do we do with that? Why are y'all telling us, Zeus, Chrisean, Tzatziki? Bitch, if you don't... I'm sure y'all can get what is that called? BetterHelp, with the therapist, the app. Y'all can get a sponsorship, something to help these girls. What is going on, Zeus? Have we really sunk this fucking low to where you have to air these girls' grievances out? These girls, and I get it, Tzatziki and Chrisean, they're grown women. They don't have to get in front of these cameras. But let's not act like these girls aren't vulnerable. Let's not act like it. These girls come from poverty. They don't come from a lot. And when I say poverty, I don't mean like dirt poor. I'm sure they had something, but y'all know what I'm saying. Chrisean and Tzatziki come from the mud. They didn't come from shit. And Zeus knows that. They exploit girls like this who don't have a lot. Get in front of the camera, do and say whatever, and we're going to throw the money at you. Sell your fucking soul. That's why I blame Zeus the most, because this is disgusting. This is fucking disturbing. Really? You got this girl on here saying this to her... Bitch, what? Like, is this where we've gotten in reality television? To where we are literally talking about child sexualabuse? I can't even say it on YouTube because it's so... I mean, like... This has just gone too far. This has just gone too far because what this tells me is that this is going to be a storyline. This is going to be... I have a feeling that the Chrisean and Tzatziki stuff is going to happen within the first few episodes. And it's going to kind of like set up this story arc where it's going to have these two sisters going back and forth over whether or not this really happened. All the girls are going to be gossiping and talking about it. Now, we see when Chrisean says that, Tzatziki looks up at Chrisean and she says, Man, what? Man, what? Like, just like that. And then she says, I'm done talking. And she gets up and she leaves the scene. Right? She leaves the scene. Dudes, did y'all provide an on-set therapist? Did y'all offer therapy to these girls? I mean, because it just seems wrong to be watching this. Like, I feel dirty watching it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to watch these type of shows and I get entertainment out of it. It's fun to watch them fight. I like to hear their stories. But when it comes to stuff like this is personal shit between them two that they need to figure out between them. I really don't want to watch a story arc that's going to be surrounding whether or not a sister messed around with a sister when they were underage. Like, now here's the thing. If we want to get real with it, aside from feelings and aside from how we feel about it, I believe Chrisean. I believe not that it's for me to believe or not believe, but as a viewer, just as somebody who's giving commentary on YouTube, I believe Chrisean. I do. I don't think she's going to get up on national television and just spew out a bold-faced fucking lie, sitting here holding her child, talking to her sister on TV, cameras all around her, around all these people, and just let this out. When one, she's already said something or alluded to this before, right? We know that. We know that, and we know that that's why. Um, I think Damien the Body. That's why she called Tesiki Moleski. Take the T out and put an M, right? No, that would make it Masiki. But y'all get what I'm saying. I don't want to say the word and get triggered on YouTube. But Diamond the Body, and then we're calling Tesiki, instead of Tesiki, Moleski. So, and I think that's why they were calling her that. It's because Chrisean has already alluded before to that her sister done something to her when she was a child, right? Or with, not that when she was a child, when they were both children. Not that it makes it right or wrong. Right, wrong, whatever. I don't know. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Not that being an adult, not that whether had Tesiki done this allegedly as an adult or a child, both ways is wrong. Is what I'm trying to say. It should have never been done. But that's why I say we shouldn't even be seeing this, because I don't even know how to comment, what to say, what to do. Y'all gotta help me here in the comments. But I do believe Chrisean when she says that it happened. I mean, because I, like I've said before, or just said, she's alluded to this before. She's been consistent with this. We see at one point, Tesiki says she's talking to some of the other girls as she's pissed off, and she says, "You're going to fucking." I'm assuming this is right after Chrisean says this. Tasiki's talking to some of the other girls, and she says, "You're going to fucking jail. Defamation of character." That's what Tasiki says. But since when do you go to jail for defamation, sis? That's the part that confused me. You talking about you going to jail? You can't. Let's say Chrisean was lying about it, right? Let's say you did take her to court and you won a defamation lawsuit. Chrisean ain't going to jail. That's civil, baby. That's not criminal. What if that's that allegation was false? That's not criminal. Um, and then another thing that I thought about with this whole scenario is, what was Taseki? What was done to Taseki, or what was she watching, or what happened to her? Possibly, not saying that it did, but what's possibly happened to her for her to even be knowing what to do at that age? Like, why is she even, if she did this to Chrisean, like Chrisean says, which I believe, why is her young mind knowing what that is? Do y'all know what I'm saying? And I don't know the age gap between Chrisean and Tasiki, but I know Tasiki's a little older than her. So if Chrisean was 7, let's assume Tasiki was 9, 10. Why is it, as a 9, 10-year-old, is she even knowing what that is? Eating pussy. Did I know? I didn't know what that is with 9 or 10. I mean, no, I didn't. I don't think so. I mean, no, I definitely didn't know what eating pussy was. Sucking dick? I don't think so. It's hard to go back to that young. But I'm gonna tell you what it was giving me. It was giving me the Menendez brothers. Y'all remember that Netflix movie that's going crazy right now? And how one of the brothers had been touched by their father, so the brother started touching his brother. That's what it was giving me. So I'm like, has something happened to Tesiki, and then she repeated the pattern to her sister from a psychological standpoint? I don't know. I'm not no psychologist. I'm not no psychiatrist, whatever you call them, but I'm just saying it seems like there's a pattern here. It seems like it was about. If I was Tasiki, I would never show my face in public again, bitch. Do you hear me? Talk about embarrassing. True or not? True or not? Talk about embarrassing because this will leave a stain on her for the rest of her life. Okay, people are always going to look at her crazy, and I've always clocked that Tasiki was a down low lesbian anyway. Didn't I? Haven't we always talked about that on here? Haven't I always said I thought Tasiki looked like she wanted to eat some pussy? I didn't think it was going to be her sisters, but hey, based off what we have seen, she gives me a lesbianist behavior. Um, Now let's move on from that. Some other things that we see is that one of the new girls is making Scotty work this season, okay? Because we know Scotty pretty much got to skate by a little bit last season because she just kind of chilled and she didn't really do much last season. Um, So this season, one of the girls is like, "Oh no, bitch, you gonna work this season? I'm checking your ass," and they're checking Scotty on being boring. Which I mean, people have read Scotty for this before, but let's face it, Scotty ain't going nowhere because she is allegedly the mistress of the CEO, the girlfriend of the CEO. So she's not going anywhere. We know she's boring, but we know why she's there. But Scotty says in the trailer she's been here 5 seasons, and one of the girls says, "Exactly, and you've done nothing." I mean, let's be honest. Scotty has gotten 5 seasons from fucking her way to the top, allegedly. Because if she were on Bravo, if she were on MTV, if she were on any of these other networks, she would have been a one and done. I mean, I like Scotty, don't get me wrong. I think she's a cute girl. I think she'd be fun to hang out with. I think she'd be chill to smoke a joint with, drink a beer with. But to watch season after season after season, I mean, she's okay. It did. But listen, I'm not mad at her being around. I'm not mad at her being around at this point either, because I feel like Natalie, Roelly, and Scotty have created this little dynamic between themselves that I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna roll with it. It is what it is. Now we see Ivory from Now That's TV is joined the cast. We've talked about that. That's not a secret. She's beefing with mainly the new girls from what we've seen. Now that may change when the season airs, but from what we saw from the trailer, she was beefing or fighting with a lot of these newer girls. I was wondering how her arrival was going to go, if she was going to be beefing with OGs, new girls, you know. It wouldn't. I feel like coming in, someone like Ivory, I feel like it wouldn't be smart to go straight after, the Natalies and the Jaylas and all that. I feel like it would be kind of smart to go after the new girls at first. Now we see that Slim from season Baddies South, she comes back midway through the season. Right? Slim comes back midway through the season. The same Slim that was auditioning for Baddies Caribbean. Yes, the same Slim that we saw in line auditioning for Baddies Caribbean. Well, she finally got back on the show. She finally got what she wanted. Y'all know Slim been watching from the sidelines ever since. Can you imagine? Think about it. Slim was on Baddies South, y'all. Baddies South moves on without her, and all these girls, because after Baddies South, like, that was the season that like took off, right? The money started rolling in. The girls were like going on like shopping sprees and trips and everything, and they're doing season after season after season, and they were like, fuck Slim, right? So Slim, I feel like, been trying to claw her way back into the Zeus Network fold. She finally got back onto Baddies Midwest now. But the only way Slim can seem to slither her way back into the fold is through Roelly. That's what I see. I mean, think about it. On remember Bad versus Wild? They brought her back on that show. And by the way, Zeus, please never bring that dumpster fire of a show back ever again. If you do, you're going to have to revamp the games or do something because those challenges y'all have were just, yeah. Anyway, they brought Slim back on that show called Bad versus Wild, and the only reason they had her there was because Roelly was there and they wanted her and Roelly to fight and address their beef. That was the last time we'd saw Slim since what Baddies South. That was the next opportunity that I think they finally given her. Now she's back again through Roelly. Because we see Roelly talking to Natalie and some of the other girls, and Roelly says the only way I want Slim coming back is if she's my assistant. I said, bitch, I'm crying. And I think it actually happens, y'all. Here's the gag. Here's the motherfucking gag, bitch. Y'all ready for it? I think that Roelly really and truly calls up Slim and says, hey girl, look, we're getting ready to go on the road for Baddies Midwest, and I really need an assistant. How would you feel about coming and helping me out? And this is Slim. What? Are you serious, girl? Like, for real? Like, you need an assistant? And you want me to come? Like, on the road with you? I mean, like, I guess I will, but, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I'll check my schedule. I mean, I guess. All right, girl, bye. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, bye, Slim. That's how the motherfucking phone call went, bitch. I truly believe Slim is coming on this show as Roelly's assistant. Because if you watch later on in the trailer, one of the new girls address her like, "Aren't you the assistant?" And she's like, "Fuck the assistant, bitch. I'm the original. I'm Slim." And it's like, oh, Slim, did you really take the assistant role? Slim, baby, were you that desperate for that check that you? And you know it wasn't no big check because Slim's probably only there for a few episodes, 2, 3 episodes. Slim, my love, and it's the end of the season. By the way, I don't think it's a midway. I think she comes back towards the end. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. But baby love, were you that desperate? Yeah, not a good look. Not a good look. Not a good look. Now speaking of Slim, we see one scene with Roelly and Slim fighting one another, right? We see them fighting, fighting, fighting. Roelly's wig is off at one point because I'm sure that's all Slim did was pull her wig off. But then the next scene after the fight, we see Slim talking to Jayla, and maybe the scenes were out of chronological order. I don't know, but Slim is crying, talking to Jayla, saying, "I'm so happy and proud of her. I look up to her. She's like my big sister." Talking about Roelly. I'm like, Slim, if Roelly's name is not in your mouth, if Roelly is not a topic of discussion amongst you and someone else, you have no storyline. You have nothing going on. That's the only reason they want you there is for Roelly. Does that not ring like a red flag, ring a bell? Like, would that not piss you off? Like, if y'all don't want me back for me, then I'm not coming back. If y'all just want me to come on here to argue and fight with Roelly, like what? But I get it. Maybe she just needs the money. Maybe she needs the money. I get it. Listen, if they offered her a big bag, take it, Slim. Go in there and fight Roelly. But it's just like, damn, sis. They make you look really bad, Slim. And you already do a good job of making yourself look bad enough because I don't know if it was that makeup or that wig that she had on, but sister was looking casket ready, okay? She looked like she was beat for a funeral, ready to go. Whew. And you know what I feel like the problem is with Slim and Roelly? I think may have told y'all this before. They came on a show together, not together. They met on a show together, became friends, became this duo that people liked on the show. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. Then they come on Baddies together. You know, they're doing this. Doing this thing together. Real Chance of Love, or whatever the fuck that show was called. Chance Love, Love Chance, whatever. They do that together. They go on Baddies together, and then Slim is cut, and Roelly becomes this star. Everybody loves her on Zeus. She gets her own little mini series, you know, she gets her own show, whatever you want to call it. And I think Slim resented it. I think she was jealous. I don't think she knew how to handle it. Cuz it was like, well, why not me? Why does the big girl get all the fame and stardom? I'm this skinny, light-skinned girl, and you mean the bigger, dark-skinned girl gets the fame and everybody wants her? Like, why her? You know do y'all know what I'm saying? Like, I truly believe, and that might not have been Slim's thoughts at all, okay? But I truly believe that Slim has never been happy for Roelly, like she claims in this scene with Jayla. I'm so happy for her. Yeah, you're happy for her now, conveniently, because you have no choice. If you can't beat them, join them at this point. You know what I'm saying? Can we, like, no shade, Zeus, but after this, can we put a lid on Slim? Put a lid on it, close it, put it in a cabinet, and close it away for good. Lock the cabinet door, throw away the key. I'm done with the Slim and the Roelly story arc. Okay. Um no, I don't know who the girl with the pink bob is, but baby, anybody that's clocking on a Mac is a girl of mine, okay? So I'm already here for her because she let Anna Mac run. All I saw was Anna Mac doing this right here. And homegirl said, "Bop." She let her run that jaw 5 seconds and she clocked her. So I'm here for Chicken the Pink Bob. And then we're going to see Akbar and Diamond the Body going at each other this season. We see Akbar telling Diamond that, bitch, you stank. And Diamond's making her booty clap in the process, which I feel like is a go-to thing nowadays. And it's kind of tired and old, which is the whole, oh, your pussy stank, bitch, you stank, you stank, you stank, you stank. It's like, damn, does everybody stank at this point? Everybody must just fuck stank. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, people's breath do stink. You do smell some folks' breath. Now, I don't smell many coochie cats because I don't be down there near them. And I have got a whiff of something every now and then, but very rarely, right? So it's just like, really, Akbar? And here's the thing about Akbar. I'm not looking forward to her at all. I know Zeus loves a good Love and Hip Hop retiree. Um, Love and Hip Hop has been, whatever you want to call him, a Love and Hip Hop recycled star. We know Zeus loves one of those, but Akbar I don't care for. Only because she's known to have made some kind of, like, I don't want to say homophobic statements, but she's one of those Bible thumping ass bitches that I don't really care for, that claim, oh, well, the Bible say this about gay people, yet you have no problem spreading your legs and letting a woman lick between your twat or vice versa. Because didn't you say you've had lesbian experiences before, Akbar? Didn't you dip your toe in the lady pond? And you did it once or twice or whatever, but it wasn't for you, or I don't. She's done something. Okay, let me just say that she's done something with females before, but she's just in the same breath she loves to claim, well, it's just not right in the Lord's eyes, and I just don't. Which one is it? Because now you're aligning yourself with the Zeus Network. Where was the Lord at when you made that decision, Akbar? You love to bring up God on your stories and your lives. Where was that decision when you signed your contract to be on this season of Baddies? And you know, Baddies and the Zeus Network, they align themselves with gay people. You know that, Akbar, right? I don't know. She just seems like a loudmouth to me. And just like Mariah Lynn, I had never watched Love and Hip Hop really before, so I gave Mariah Lynn a chance, an unbiased chance. I never watched her. I didn't like Mariah Lynn. I'm going to try and give Akbar an unbiased chance. I've never watched her on Love and Hip Hop, regardless of the things that the anti-gay things that she may or may not have said. No, she said it. She says, I think I saw the video of her saying it. Um, how y'all feel about Akbar? Are y'all here for her? I'm not here for her. I don't care. I would have rather had a totally new girl from the auditions, or who? If y'all gonna bring on from another Love and Hip Hop franchise, I don't know. Who else from Love and Hip Hop? Tierra Marie, is she available? Shit, I don't know. I don't watch the show like that. Now it looks like is her name Alexis? Alexis Jade. What is Blueface baby mama name? The one they call Stewie, child. I can't think of her name. But she had that song, y'all know. I'm a bad little bitch and I'm snipped like a Barbie. Hips, lips, ass in a car. Hello, mother. And everybody was singing it like last summer, that song. Y'all remember? Her and Biggie are feuding and fighting. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that those two going back and forth. Nunu is back. Now, Nunu wasn't announced as an original cast member, right? But throughout the season, I don't know if a few of these girls like Ivory, Nunu, I don't know if they're replacements. I don't know if they're just popping in as special guests. I don't know what's happening there. But we see Nunu is there, and her and Anna are settling some scores. They're finishing some business. They're going at one another. And I see Biggie is still jumping in fights that don't involve her, because she jumps into that fight. Now at the reunion, Biggie, I'm gonna need you to run that fade. Don't be scared like you tucked your pussy between your legs and ran away at the reunion this season when they was trying to address you about these fights you be jumping in. And you didn't want no smoke, yet you still fucking doing it. That's why nobody takes you serious, bruh. Like, what? Now, here's the gag, y'all. Here is the gag. When Nunu and Anna Mac were fighting, right? When Nunu and Anna Mac were fighting, was Biggie running up on Anna? And here's why I say that, because if you notice that scene, if you go back and you look at that scene of Nunu and Anna Mac fighting and Biggie jumping in, at the end of that scene, Anna says, "How the fuck you gonna run up?" It sounds like Anna's voice. And Biggie says, "You should have been there for me." So I'm like, wait a minute. Did Biggie run up on motherfucking Anna while Nunu was fighting her? Bitch, what is happening? Plot twist? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong. Y'all tell me did y'all hear that too? Now, also word on the curb is, now that's TV's Mel Fox comes back towards the end of the season and fights Ivory, which I think will be very interesting. I think is also I'm guessing Zeus is just going to take all of Now That's TV's talent. Anybody that the fans suggest from Now That's TV, Zeus is like, we'll pick them up and take them. They took Bianca. They took Diamond the Body. They took Ivory. Then I got Mel. But I mean, it's just business, right? You got to go where the money go. Now let's talk about that infamous scene at the end with Tommie. The scene that the internet has been talking about. Now I actually did a video on this, but then the trailer dropped, because I was gonna do a video on, did Tommie bring a gun to set? Tommie allegedly brought a gun to the set, and I had a video. I was getting ready to upload it, and then the trailer dropped, and it showed her bringing a gun to set. Well, it didn't show it, but they showed her pulling something out of a stuffed animal, which I had in my notes, a stuffed bear, and then we hear gunshots. Right? Now, again, just like the thing with Tasiki and Chrisean and the eating the pussy at 7 years old and all that sick shit. Where do we draw the line, Zeus? Y'all really allowed this girl to bring a gun to the set and jeopardize the safety of your talent and your crew and everybody involved. And here's the gag. Y'all still gonna hire Tommie. Because as if it wasn't enough when she spit in Big Ant's face at the reunion, as if that wasn't a motherfucking enough, she's disrespected so many people. And y'all gonna, and then, and don't get me wrong, listen, people get mad sometimes when I criticize Tommie, but I'm with her when she's wrong. I mean, I'm with her when she's right, but I'm gonna give it to her when she's wrong and tell her the motherfucking truth. Because I think Tommie is very entertaining at times. I loved watching her on Baddies East. I did. Um, but she's got to be held accountable at times, and she's going to sink this network. I'm telling you, this girl has got some toxic tendencies. Is it that deep to bring a motherfucking GU in to set, sis? That's weird. Why is it that deep? You've already got security there. You're already Tommie. What happened to Tommie shit? Is this what Tommie shit is? Because if this is what Tommie shit is, I don't want no parts. You gotta use weapons, sis. Now, apparently, according to the streets, Tommie is coming in to address Akbar. She's got problems with Akbar. Um, and she pulls out this stuffed animal that she has, or she's walking in. We see her. She's got a stuffed animal in her hand, a stuffed bunny. She's got her purse. She pulls this thing. Hello, lady. She pulls it out of the stuffed bunny, and pow, 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 pow. Right now, apparently, it hit Roelly, and I think was it Tinkerbella. Was it Tink? It was, and keep in mind it was a BB gun too, you guys. Which doesn't. I mean, you know the thing about a BB gun, they're not super powerful, right? But you could still put somebody's fucking eye out with it. You could still and keep it. Wait, did they got BB guns that were that small? Cause that bunny was like that small. I'm sure they do have. Yeah, yeah. You can get a BB gun as like a handgun. That's right. That's right. But still, it doesn't matter. It's not cool. Like she could have come in there with a motherfucking pellet gun, a fake gun. It's never cool living in America to pull out a gun, anything, and point it at people. We live in a country that is very tense right now when it comes to guns and that kind of shit because we have to deal with so many school pow-powings. We have to deal with so many crazy motherfuckers coming into grocery stores, coming into movie theaters, coming into random places, and popping the place the fuck up. So we don't need Tommie trying to do it for fucking shock value and fucking entertainment purposes. Now, what some people don't know, some of you may know, some of you may not know, is that after this happened, Akbar quit the show because after in this was in St. Louis. This happened while the girls were in St. Louis, right? So this is going to happen towards the end of the season. It happens in St. Louis before they go to Honolulu, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check my notes here. Yes, yes, because they go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, Detroit, Michigan, Cleveland, Ohio, Chicago, Illinois, Milwaukee, Minnesota, Indianapolis, Indiana, St. Louis, Missouri, and then they go to Honolulu, Hawaii. So the thing with Tommie happens in St. Louis towards the end of the season because Honolulu is the finale, right? Or the last few episodes. We know that they always go on a trip at the very last end of it. So St. Louis, Akbar quits the show. The girls were supposed to go to a club appearance in St. Louis that night and go to Honolulu the next day. She quits the show because she says she's traumatized. Roelly took to her Instagram, says that she's traumatized Let me put that up here on the screen so y'all can see it. Roelly took to her Instagram. She said that she was traumatized. Now, this was directly after this incident took place. Now this only happened like a week ago, you guys. The whole St. Louis incident happened like 1 week ago. They just now edited all this shit and put everything together. So along with Tommie and Roelly, not Tommie, I'm sorry, Akbar and Roelly and a lot of the other girls were pissed that Zeus would allow this to happen. They were pissed that production and Lemon Pepper and all of them would allow Tommie to come out and do this, because they were like, yo, why did she have the stuffed animal? Why did y'all never question her with the stuffed animal? Why did anybody search her? Did y'all let this shit happen? You know, I would be pissed. I would be fucking furious. You know what I'm saying? I don't even give a fuck if it was a joke. I don't know if it was a joke. I don't know if Zeus was in on it. But whatever the case, it's not fucking funny, because that right there would lead somebody to some PTSD type shit. Like, is this, you know, you just don't never know what somebody's gonna do. And they would, if I were to have saw somebody just pull a gun out of their bag or their purse or a stuffed animal and just point it, it would traumatize me for the rest of my fucking life. Like, I would think it was a mass pow-powing, you know what I'm saying? Like, did this bitch just lose her mind and she's going postal on all of us? Like, I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? I want to show y'all as well some of Akbar's screenshots. This is what Akbar also had to say the night that happened, okay? She says, St. Louis, I'm so sorry I couldn't be there tonight. My mind and anxiety is all over the place. I know the baddies will turn up for y'all and with y'all. Love y'all dearly. To my baddies, turn up and give them a great show. Then she went on to say, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't trust nobody. I'm over this mess. I'm over everything, man. I'm so out of it. My mind is not here. I mean, rightfully so. Now, Akbar also took to her Instagram live after this situation took place the next day. Well, she went live after the situation took place, and then she went live the next day, or posted to her story. Actually, this is two different clips, okay? One of them she went live, one of them she posted to her story. I'm going to play them both. This is her talking about the situation a little bit. She's kind of addressing all the rumors out there of what allegedly happened and her feelings on it. So,
me, and I already know what's happening. First off, if somebody bringing a weapon, a gun, look like a real gun, on set, it don't supposed to be a real gun. It don't supposed. First thing I'm getting, bitch, I don't got no weapon. I'm getting up out of here. What are you talking about? Are you cool, mama? When I found out it was a BB gun, I'm like, oh dang. I'm in panic mode now. You gotta understand, baby, you don't really live no street life. You just talk it. I really was outside for real. So at the end of the day, I know how this go. If I see somebody with a weapon and I don't got a weapon, I get on. Y'all make sure y'all out. Y'all make sure y'all have a good season. But baby, I gotta go. I'm not okay. And what's going on is not okay. So to the baddies that I met, I enjoyed you girls. Y'all live it up. Have a nice day. And y'all be careful.
Thank you,
so
Tommie.
Sorry. I am sorry, Anthony. I swear.
I accept your apology, Tommie. I appreciate you. And I love you.
I love you too.
And wow, look
You
at
have
here.
you have to open it. You're gonna see. This do everything for a man as far as grooming. It gets your nose.
Thank you.
now, this is according to Baddies on Zeus. This is a Twitter page. I can go see this. This is apparently what happened. Tommie allegedly had a sit down with Roelly that went well, but she ended up getting into an argument with Akbar and Tinkerbella. Tommie did. So Tink wanted Akbar and Tommie to fight it out. Okay, let me start over. Tommie allegedly had a sit down with Roelly that went well. But amidst them, having their sit down and everything going well, Tommie ends up getting into an argument with Akbar and Tinkerbella. Now, while she's arguing with Akbar and Tinkerbella, Tinkerbella tells Akbar to fight Tommie. Fight it out. The fight never happens. It never happens. But some time later, Tink runs up on Tommie. Tink later runs up on Tommie, okay? Tommie then retaliated with the whole BB gun situation. All right? So, and I'm assuming this all happened in different time periods. Tommie had her sit down with Roelly, right? Then Tommie gets into the argument with Akbar and Tinkerbella later. They try to fight. The fight doesn't happen. Then hours later, that's when Tommie gets ran up on by Tink. And then after that plays out, moments and hours later after that, she comes back. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty much saying it didn't all happen back to back to back. I think it kind of happened over a course of a day or two. Now, and like I said earlier, she ended up, when Tommie came in and retaliated with the BB gun, she ended up hitting Tink and Roelly, which caused Akbar to leave because she felt production let things go too far. What do y'all think? I need to hear all your guys' thoughts and opinions on this trailer. It seems like it's going to be a wild and crazy fucking season. And you know that there's no better place that you want to be than right here on Damien After Dark as we recap and discuss it all, okay? Because we're going to be talking about everything right here. I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions on the Chrisean and Taseki of it all. What do you guys think about Tommie coming on set with the gun, the BB gun, whatever? How do you guys feel about Ivory from Now That's TV coming on the show? Mel Fox potentially coming on the show and fighting with Ivory. I think Mel's central reason for coming back is going to be to fight Ivory. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to give her like a multi-episode thing. I'm pretty sure Mel just comes back for the last few episodes. We'll see how that plays out. Let me know how you guys feel about Nunu coming back. We'll see Nunu coming back. She'll be fighting what looks like Anna and Biggie. I don't know. Do y'all think Biggie ran up on Anna in that fight during Anna versus Nunu? I'm so curious to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on that. Yeah, there's so much happening. So much happening. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because you're not going to want to miss the Baddies Midwest after show happening each and every week right here on the channel, okay? So subscribe to the channel, click that thumbs up button, get in the comment section, join the conversation, and if you want to donate to help us grow and sustain the channel, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate, all right? Thank you guys so much. I love you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark.